The Danilyuks suffer financially and rely on welfare because they are an immigrant family living in Canada. Alex played games online and had no pals when he was growing up. Later, he began earning money as a clicker by driving traffic to websites and creating sales for them. He finally moves away from home to live and study in Toronto. With the aid of Cy, a street-smart hustler who introduces him to the world of black market dealing, Alex takes to a life of crime and identity theft to make additional money to support himself. They begin with phony purchases and lost or stolen credit cards. When Alex is discovered attempting to cheat the International Bank of Canada, the bank that fired his mother, he convinces Curtis, the bank's head of security, to let him and Cy leave in exchange for updating the bank's insecure website and computers for free. The dark web got wind of what Alex done. He received a lot of accolades for what he accomplished from other dark web users because physically visiting a bank to hack into it was unique. This action attracted the notice of Zed, a shadowy man in a mask who is regarded as the leader of the dark web. After Cy called Kira on his PC, Alex asks to meet up with the young woman hacker Kira. Alex invites Kira to join him and Cy on Cy's advice. Through the credit card printer she provided and the use of Bitcoin, Kira showed them a ton of other ways they might make money. The three of them begin to increase their income. Cy expresses doubt about Kira's methods, claiming that they are unaware of the identities of her clients and the source of her income. Alex should move to Hong Kong, where people like her and Alex belong, Kira tells him, adding that Cy can remain in Canada if he so chooses. When Kira asks Alex to consider leaving Cy behind, Alex replies that he can't just leave her behind. Cy is once more scrutinizing her clients, telling Alex that it's odd of them to buy an entire truck's worth of their goods, while Kira is in the middle of a trade she had arranged. Kira contacts Alex to sign the paperwork as the transaction comes to a finish. Before Alex could sign, Cy informs Kira's customers that they are not have to purchase the entire amount at once and that they are free to purchase any amount they like. In opposition to Cy, Kira asserts that their agreement is for them to either buy everything in the truck or else they would need to find a new buyer. One of the customers fired their gun into the air after Cy and Kira got into a violent dispute. The client claimed that no agreement would ever be made and that they knew that no one would ever again treat them well. They are forced to go to Hong Kong by this occurrence. They don't keep track of all the credit cards they use, thus they are unaware of whether a card is still active or not. The system will detect it and send a pickup message if the card they used to purchase something in a store is no longer valid. This indicates that the card has been stolen, and the vendor will then contact the police. They return home upset one evening after a failed transaction using an expired card, but Cy insists that they celebrate as it is his birthday. The three of them enter a nightclub, where Cy engages in combat with Alex, resulting in both of them being arrested. They were eventually released, and Kira, who appeared to have bailed them out, was waiting for them outside the jail. When asked what occurred, Kira just responds, "My uncle." Cy sent them money as an apology using an old card they obtained from a Colombian banker, a card Alex had warned him never to use again. As a result of his rage, Alex asked Cy to leave. After using every ATM in Hong Kong to withdraw a total of $2.3 million, Alex and Kira leave dark web calling cards in their wake. Alex wants to carry on, but Kira wants to retire. Zed was made aware of this operation when it was covered by the news. Alex arranges to meet Zed after he contacts him. When they first meet in an old factory, they are shocked to see Zed in a wheelchair and suffering from severe facial burns. Zed explains that failure to complete this task will result in their and their family's deaths, and Alex and Kira agree to carry it out. Before Alex and Kira can get back, Cy returns to Hong Kong and contacts Alex from their hotel, but the Colombian banker's men arrive first and kill Cy. The stock market crash agreement that Alex and Kira have with Zed is still being carried out. The Federal Reserve chairman was shot on the way to the Federal Reserve, setting up a panic and a meltdown in the markets. The goal of Alex and Kira was to post the pre-written pieces about the murder online so that they would be reported before the stock market closed and Zed would profit greatly. Later, it is discovered that he was a fraud and the murder was staged. Alex and Kira had to get into the car while being threatened with a gun. With his head wrapped in a dark cloth and two men by his side, Alex is depicted as being in an empty office. After receiving a call, one of them went on to inject Alex with a liquid. When Alex regains consciousness, he makes the decision to board a flight to Bangkok, Thailand, where Kira had instructed him to meet if something were to go wrong. However, Kira doesn't appear. After their operation with Zed, Alex went to a coffee shop to check the news. There, he discovered that Kira had passed away and that Zed had apparently been arrested. His card prompted a pickup call, which caused the cops to arrive and take him into custody before he could visit Kira's Mobley website to look for any hidden message Kira might have left for him. After that, Alex was jailed. He is finally released through the royal pardon after serving 2 years in prison. On the day of his release, Kira meets him at the prison's gates. Alex queries her about her presence. The entire tale is finally explained by Kira, who reveals that she was an operative working for the FBI as part of a contract to apprehend Zed. Together, they both start their car.